Here is a pretty quick walkthrough of my resume, the interactive resume for the Fabric Data Days Data Viz contest for the pros. All right. So it's pretty basic. It's pretty simple. So today I just added this little title page with a little description explaining what I did. And the main part of the report is, or the main actual page of the report looks like this. So if I open up the selection pane, you'll see that it's fairly straightforward. So I set up the tab order here, but basically there is the title along the top, which is it's just like a text box. Yeah. My little image that I generated a long time ago. I think I used Microsoft Designer for this one. I pulled the LinkedIn logo off of the internet. I think Wikipedia had a good transparent version. And then this is the image here from Google Gemini generated this one. So I'll talk through a little bit more about that in a moment. But I'm talking about how I arrived here. But this is kind of the kind of thing that's visually the most interesting and kind of makes what makes the report kind of fun and gets people's attention. All right. The bookmark navigator. Yeah, look, this is a feature that's been around in Power BI for years now. Uh, I originally had a list slicer in original versions or earlier versions of the report, but I found that, why did I do this? Oh, because I wanted to hide all of these images, these little boxes, you had to do it with bookmarks instead of a slicer. So I ended up switching to that. I have a little, I think, is this an HTML visual? Let's see. Oh, no, this is a simple image. There's a simple image custom visual from AppSource, which let me display, I think, based off of, let's see, logo. But yeah, it's just based off of um, the table relationships that I have. That logo is in one of my related tables. So when the the filter context or the filter is applied, it just displays whichever image that comes through. And this is an HTML or not HTML, HTTP, a link, a hyperlink to the image, which is actually hosted on LinkedIn. What else do we have? Okay, so this actually, the main body text is actually the only thing that's really like technically somewhat not challenging, but it's kind of like requires some kind of out of the box um, uh, skills to kind of put the text together like this. Because if you try to just display this text using the matrix visual or the table visual or something like that, you don't get any of this formatting. So I'll take you through how that works in just a moment as well. I have several icons. So if we go to this, either the top floor view, which is my consulting role, or the ground floor view, it shows all of them. But basically, again, I just pulled these off the internet. I think mostly Wikipedia, and they're basically, yeah, Excel, Power BI, Azure, SAP, ServiceNow, just to kind of show, to add a little bit more of that interactivity to show for the different roles what technologies and skills are used. All right. And then I think that's it. The rest are just these shapes. So these shapes are just rectangles where you go insert shape. And I think I set the fill. I played around with the transparency and the color. I just went and picked one of these dark grays. And it worked out really well. Actually, it worked out better than I kind of even intended to because it actually kind of dims when you switch from one bookmark kind of configuration to the next or bookmark setting. The floor that was illuminated when you switch away, it kind of animates to like the lights are going on. So that's actually really, really cool. Okay, I will show kind of the data that's behind here. So this is for the HTML visual. Let's see. Yeah, so you'll notice that I actually have two tables here. I don't actually need two different queries or two different tables, but the reason I had this was because my original concept used put the stuff into like a Gantt chart. So if I scroll over to the right, actually I think it's in the listing. In the listing, I've got start date, end date. I've even got like completion dependencies. This comes from one of the JSON Deneb Gantt charts that was posted to Power BI like maybe in the last mo 2 months that I'm actually using for my day job in reporting. So you see status. This stuff all comes from a Gantt chart. So I actually built this in first, and then I realized a Gantt chart didn't really work for my needs. And then I realized I needed another table that had all of this detail about the actual each actual job. So I've got this description, some text about the company profile, but really, what's interesting here is this actually has all of these HTML tags. If I just copy one of these, copy value, and go over to plus plus or Notepad plus plus, paste. Oh, that's not wrap. It's in view. Uh, All right, I clearly don't use Notepad++ enough to know where it is. Okay, wrap. So you'll see that having these little tags, and again, I'm a real beginner. I was never web developer, so I just kind of got Copilot to help me with this stuff. Is I took my actual resume in Word, gave it to Copilot, and said, "Hey, can you maintain all the bullets and everything like that that I have in my Word doc resume?" and then give it to me in HTML for this challenge. Then what happens is you put it in here, you put it into this HTML content light visual. You'll see it's just this text. And you can set using this style sheet, this setting here. Um, which is here. You can have it set all these different headings and stuff like that to show different font sizes, bold text, and you can select colors via is this hex or yeah, this whatever code. So this is something I actually learned how to do in my day job from my manager, who's actually at the director level, showed me how to do this. I think he asked ChatGPT when we wanted to display some stuff for our day-to-day work. I think that's about it. The other thing is just that, yeah, this was originally a little bit of kind of a more simpler, just kind of a resume without a graphic. If you go into my Reddit profile, you can see where I posted that. I think that's it. Yeah, look, it's fairly simple. It's yeah, but I think it's yeah, it's probably as Shannon from Microsoft said, this version is the most fun, and I think it is fun, and it kind of gets the job done. So I hope everyone likes it, and yeah, thanks.